Now, I don't know why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis. Hi, Ninjas! How are you guys doing? It's a girl, I'm Hlongwane, aka Miss Spear Focal. But I'm back for our entertainment. Due to the fact that obviously celeb veil is a bit boring right now, I thought, hey, let me go ahead and just give you guys content about me. Story times, you guys will get to see and know some of the things about me. And honestly, you guys have never heard anything from me from my exes. Yes, my husband's not the first guy I ever dated, and so I thought that some of this craziness would keep you guys indoors, obviously home and safe. So anyway, today's story time, I guess, it's a little bit of a continuation from yesterday's. So yesterday I did tell you guys like about T and how he made my life a living hell in high school. Now thinking of it, I think like, obviously I was over exaggerating a bit because I was a child. But at that time, you guys, being a teenager, like that was everything because I was so afraid of my dad. So if you didn't watch that, go ahead and watch it. I will put a link somewhere here, and I'll also put it in the description box down below. Okay, so this particular story time, you guys, is of the time I broke up with him and how he tried to drown me. Yeah. So far. So what had happened was 2009 I obviously went to varsity, and the varsity I went to was Medunsa. He did have a niece there, and he was so happy. She was studying medicine, she's a doctor now, and he was like, hey, he told her like my girlfriend is gonna be coming there, whatnot and everything. And when I met her, you guys, like, we just clicked. We are still friends even till today. And so we did meet friends, you guys, and so because of her I got to connect with a lot of vendor people that were there in Medunsa, and most of them, they were doing medicine, so most of my friends are doctors because of that. So when I met her, obviously, everything went fine, and then there was this other friend of mine, or of ours, who was her classmate, whose name I'm gonna just say P. So P and I were very close, like brothers, you guys. Like honestly, even with her, like we were all just a group, a clique. It was a lot of us, but P was honestly just like a brother. I didn't have a bursary when I went to Medunsa. He had a bursary, but I used to have food in rest. So what we would usually do is, in rest, he would come to my room and eat, and then at school lunchtime he would always buy me food with his student card because he had the bazaar, and would always eat in the cafeteria. So we would always eat together. Like we were really just good friends, you guys. And he's married now anyway, and he's a brother to me. So one night, you guys, like T was obviously my ex. T was very controlling. So our relationship was a weird one in terms of when I went to varsity, he just never trusted himself enough, I guess, because he went to a college and then he used to be a welder. But due to the fact that he had a close relative who was a manager in a mine, I think that mine was in Durban. So he used to get some tenders. I ain't about to disclose no family secrets and stuff like that, but he used to have money because of that. So he always used to have this thing of, even though he has the money, but he didn't go to school and like fully qualify and stuff like that. So he'd always think like, maybe I want to go for a guy that maybe is a doctor or anything like that, those kind of stuff. And so when I was there, you guys, like he demanded that I give him a picture of my timetable. So I sent him my timetable, so that he would see like, okay, from this time to this time I'm in this class. That gap in between, you guys, like immediately, like it would be like 12. Let's say maybe this class is ending at 12. We usually would have like 5 minutes to move from one class to another. So whenever it would be like 12 o'clock, you guys, my phone would start ringing. It's T. He wants to make sure that he's talking to me as I'm going to the next class. If I'm like, listen, I need to ask the teacher something, the lecturer something, he's like, are you cheating with the lecture? He was just crazy. I'm not even going to lie. He definitely got like crazy, more crazy, okay? And so I was like, but this honestly, like, is just not normal behavior. And I would tell him, like, you need to trust me. I'm not doing anything. I'm with you now. I love you. Like, don't worry. But he was never really truly confident in himself, I guess. So, one night it was me, his niece, and P. and we decided we were going to watch movies. I remember we were watching like Madea movies. It was so nice, and it was the first time we were watching. We're using my niece, his niece's laptop, so we were in her room. So the three of us were there. She passed out. Me and P continued like throughout the night. I think it was on a Friday, so Saturday we were not going to school, and so we were making sure that we were just watching, laughing. I think I went to bed around 5 a.m. or something like that, and then when I went to bed I just obviously slept. Now when I was that side with his niece and P, I was not like with my phone. And so I wake up like around, I think it was around 6 a.m. and remember, like, I just went down. So it's her, like, I'm gonna just call her A. So it's A, and A is like banging the door down. I'm like, what's wrong? It's like, yo, my uncle is calling you. He is so pissed. He's saying that you're not answering your phone. And when I tell you that when I took the phone and I checked, I think there was like 80 missed calls. I was like, what? That time, like, now I'm scared to even call back because I'm like, I know what's coming. And he used to be very, like, he used to be vulgar at times, especially when he's upset. And then, like, okay, I call him back. I think I buzzed him or something. He calls back and he starts going off on me, you guys. Like, he's like, you spent the whole night with a guy. I'm like, I didn't spend the whole night with a guy. It was me, P, and A. Didn't A tell you? It's like, no, she told me that there was P there, like, that's a guy there. He called me the B word, like, you didn't go to school to study, you went there to sleep with guys and stuff like that. I was so pissed. I was like, it's over. That's how I dumped him. And so after that, you guys, like, he tried his best to get me back, but I was just, and at first I thought I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just break up with him for a week, like, so that he learns his lesson. But I feel like the time that I was not taking his calls and not constantly having to like be answering to him and stuff, like, I just felt the freedom, and I honestly enjoyed it. And I was like, I'm done with this whole thing, because it was just not, it was a toxic relationship. We used to fight a lot and all that, and it was always because of, he would always think I'm cheating on him. So this at the time he decided, you know what, he's going to actually drive to Medunsa because he wants to see me, he wants to fix things and stuff. When he reached Hlongwane, he was in a serious car accident, so he was almost paralyzed. I think he was in crutches for like over 6 months or something like that. And so that time, obviously, there was no way he could drive to Medunsa, and I moved on with my life, and so that was it. It was over between us. However, he obviously refused, and I remember December when I went home, he called, and when he called, I was like, I'm not back yet, stuff like that. And he was like, oh, are you sure? I said, yeah, but he had already heard by someone that I was actually back in Venda. And so I remember sitting, because at that time I was staying at my aunt's place. I see his car driving up, and then it goes down again and then comes back up. I'm like, damn it, he knows I'm back, like, that's why he's doing this. And I was like, I'm just not going to do this, you guys. Like, this guy made my high school life hell, and now here I am in university, and now it's even worse because I dated him. So if the older people ever found out, it was gonna be a huge problem. Like, I was so scared, you guys. So he calls me and I take his call, and he's like, listen, I know you see me, like, driving up and down like an idiot. I just want us to talk, please. Like, you're gonna just sit in my car, we're not gonna go anywhere. And I was like, okay, it's fine, but obviously we're not gonna sit in this car anywhere next to my home. So there was this other place, you guys, and that place is in Chamchidzi. It's sort of like, I wouldn't say, I don't know how to call it, but it's a jungle, you guys. Venda is a jungle. Someone would be so upset with this, but I was in the villages, so it was not far from, like, bushes and stuff like that. So there was this other place where it's big, but it's like fenced in. Tourists used to go in there because they have a lot of water falls that are actually nice. And so, he was like, no, let's just go there. And I'm like, well, no one I know, I don't think will be there. And besides, it's such a big place that we can be in at a different space and stuff like that. Then okay, that's fine. So I should have known, you guys, that that was the day that my life was almost about to end. We go there, you guys. He's so calm, and that's the thing with him. Like, T was legit a real psychopath. Because like everything was fine, he was talking nice, you know, it was like everything is fine. He's making me like, you know, it's like, you know, he just wants to fix things and stuff, and I'm telling myself that I'm gonna just tell him once and for all that like it's really over, we're not getting back together, he needs to move on with his life the same way I've moved on with mine, and you know, everything like that. So I remember like we were driving and we kept on driving and driving and driving, like we were already in that place obviously, and so I was like, wait, why are we going all the way up there? It's like, no, you know, I know you don't want people to see us, so I want us to go to the highest. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And that time, that place, you guys, used to have a lot of water, and as I said, it had a lot of waterfalls. So whenever like water is falling from like, you know, obviously you guys know how waterfalls are, when it goes there, like you go down, if you jump in, you need to be someone that knows how to really swim in order for you to obviously be able to get out of that. And so we went up, you guys, and he was talking nice, everything was so fine. I remember that day, I'm like, okay, you know, he was very calm, he was not shouting, which I didn't even expect, because for months he had been trying to get hold of me, you know, and he was even saying like, you know, I got hurt trying to come to you, you didn't even care, you know, that should have proved to you I love you and stuff like that. But I was honestly not into that relationship anymore, and besides, to begin with, you know, it was peer pressure, but not that I didn't catch feelings for him and stuff, but he was just too much, you know. So we go there, you guys, and when we arrive, it's like, yeah, we need to sit like on the rocks up there. I was like, okay, that's fine. We go, we sit on the rocks. That's the thing, like right now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I was such a freaking idiot, okay? I was such a fool. We go, we sit there, now we're watching the water go down. And so obviously it's slippery because it does get wet a bit, because there's another waterfall from top, you know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a quite a big place. So when we're sitting, he's sitting like at the back, and then he has his legs wide like this. I'm sitting in between, and he's holding me like that. And I know for a fact that I can't swim. I know he knows how to swim very well, but I know that I can't swim. And you know what, talking there, and I would feel like there was like movement in his arms. Like it was like there would be a time where he holds me tight and then hold me loose, and I feel like the time he's holding tight, it's almost as if he wants to shove me into the you know, obviously the I don't know how to put the pond that's down there where the water is flowing. And when you look at it, it's very, very deep, because you know deep waters is very dark, you know. And now at that time, I feel like that was when it actually dawned on me to say, I think this guy might really try to shove me down there. And he had a past, you guys, of like abusing his past girlfriends, and I was like, OMG, I think today he's gonna kill me. And you know, he started asking questions like, why don't you love me anymore, did you get someone and stuff. And I remember I just started giving him like the answers I knew he wanted to hear. So, you know, I started apologizing to him. I was like, you know, that day you really hurt me, but I'm over that, you know, and all that. And as I was saying those things, like I could feel his hold like was now getting to be different. And so, you know, I told him everything I thought I knew he wanted to hear. And then after that, he was like, okay, no, yeah, you know, like we started talking nice, everything was fine. Like I did my best to make sure that I am dying that day, you guys. And on top of that, I knew like nobody even knew where I was. So probably they would not even find me. I was thinking of a lot of things, and then I was thinking of my poor mother. Like my mom loved me like nothing in this world, and I was like, imagine like her having to find out that I got killed by this guy. And yo guys, I was so scared. And then after that, you know, after I sweet talked to him, we went back to the car, and he was like, we were sitting in the car, you guys, he was like, yeah, you know, I just want to tell you something, because I feel now we fix things. I'm like, yeah. He was like, you know, to be honest with you, today I had brought you here to kill you. We're still in the bushes, you guys. I'm like, if he brought me to kill me, why is he telling me now? Does he want to kill me now again? It's like, you know, but now that I can see that the answer that you gave me, you know, like there's hope, it's understandable, I'm sorry, I'll never do those things again, blah blah blah. To be honest with you, I wanted to drown you there. I was like, and legit, you guys, I knew it because of how it was. Like, that's how toxic that relationship was, where you know this person. And it's not even a laughing matter, you guys. Most women that die in the hands of a spouse, they know this guy is capable of doing this, and this guy will do this at some point in my life. And he was one of those that I knew was going to kill me. And I was like, no, you know. So I'm looking at him as he's telling me this, and I'm like, I'm really glad that, you know, you're being open. I would understand because of obviously, you know, the way that things ended and everything. And he was like, yeah, you know, my heart was breaking because I love you so much, what. I was like, no, you know, it's okay, like, you don't need to worry. And mind you guys, like, when I went home, that time, it had been, like, about 8 months since we broke up. Then, you know, he was like, no, you know, I understand, blah, blah, blah. Yo, guys, he dropped me home. Let me tell you that after that day, I only met him one day, and that day he was forcing me into his car. That's a story time for another day, and that was it. I was so scared, you guys. I was so scared, and I knew that he was telling the truth. And I knew from that day, I was like, I'm never ever going to enter this guy's car. I'm never ever going to talk to him again. I do remember I went home and I even changed my numbers, and I could not wait to just go back to Joburg. I'm being honest with you guys. It was so crazy. And I know for a fact that he was telling the truth, because the way that he was grabbing me, and the fact that I realized like what is almost happening, and the fact that he was so much of a psychopath that he lured me into this, like with me not even suspecting a thing. I think like with this, you know, this gets a bit serious. Like if you are in a relationship with someone that you even suspect this person can take your life, you definitely need to get out of it, because it's something that can be very dangerous. A lot of women have lost their lives, and unfortunately I would have been one of those had it been that, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, it's over, I'm never gonna be with you again, blah blah blah, because he was definitely not looking for that. Anyway, go ahead and comment down below, ninjas. Have you guys ever had any crazy story time from an ex who tried to take your life? In this case, water for me, like wow. Anyway, I love you so much, my ninjas. Stay blessed, and do not forget to thumbs up this video, obviously share, and I'll see you guys in my next upload.